Why is it always dark when I want to start recording? This looks brilliant, though. Imagine if this was all done. Alright, let's go to sleep. Beautiful. Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play. Yeah, we're back at this monstrosity. I've got the urge to do some decent work here. Speaking of which, you might notice a slight difference between the previous episode and this one. I've gone ahead and started decorating. I am very, very slow when it comes to decorating, so I've just done this in between episodes. Don't worry, at some point I will decorate on camera, but I need to be a little bit more confident with what I'm doing before I do that. We've made some progress since the last time. This room you've seen, but I've added this room and this room for the leaves and the saplings separately. I've got different ceiling designs everywhere, just to change it up a little bit. And then we've got two little bushes, trees inside, just to spruce it all up a little bit. And then I've made this back room here for all of the miscellaneous, I would call it. So shroom light sticks, apples, crimson and weeping vines. And then the input chest is hidden over there. And then we've got a little staircase going down to the filter system room, which is not really a room, more of a floor, but whatever. Today I think we're going to be building the ground level. It's not going to be this level, it needs to be a bit higher, because as you can see, the ceiling, protrudes up a little bit. But that is fine, we'll just focus on making the ground level and then maybe get the tree growing area hooked up to the input chest. I might have to change this setup a little bit further for it, because I forgot that I had a staircase or elevator planned here to go to the big tree areas. But that is for next episode. Today, as I said, we're going to be focusing on the ground level. I've been doing a little bit of planning as well in between episodes. Oh, by the way, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Can I land on one of these? Yes, I can. Fans of BOO will know what these are about. But as you can see, if you can kind of see past the trapdoors, I found a good spot over there to start a waterfall. And then have a waterfall go down with a river that goes all the way around my house, my building. And then the plan is the river will go next to the tree up to the ocean as well. So that idea came about just trying to figure out how I'm gonna tackle this mountain here and the landscaping around it. Gonna have to find a little trick to not to have ice form over the river. Maybe put a glass ceiling all the way up top. Not sure how I'm gonna tackle that, but first things first, we probably won't be able to get to that this episode. Definitely not. But what are these trapdoors about, you may ask? As I said, fans of BOO will know what they are about, I'm sure. I've seen him do this a couple episodes ago in his Building with BOO world. Yeah, and he put trapdoors with levers on them above one of his builds, and they look like birds flocking. Yeah, I really liked that trick, so I implemented it here. But to be honest, from over there it looks fine, but I'll show it a bit closer. Yeah, you can definitely see that they're just squares up there. So what I might do is move them more over here and then higher, possibly. How the hell did I just walk past this? Yeah, Endermen have taken some moss blocks here and there and kind of ruined the build here. But with the new data pack I reinstalled, they shouldn't be able to pick up blocks anymore. So that hopefully should be fixed. But yeah, if I see like a hole here and there, I need to patch it up. Cool. So I've moved the birds, quote unquote, and yeah, looks fine. I mean, I raised them higher up and I put them further down the tree here. Yeah, they look fine to me, and I think in time I'm gonna have flocks of birds everywhere. Not like everywhere, but like flocks of birds here and there. Essentially. So, what are we gonna do inside now? Alright, so the plan today is to work on this level, right? So, what do we need to do for that? I think I'm gonna build up these walls and build up the walls for this little chamber here, because these pillars show kind of where the walls are gonna go. Just gonna make them probably out of deep slate. I'm not gonna put too much attention into detailing. I can do that afterwards. I just want to get a rough idea of what's gonna be visible and what not, because right now like everything is visible from here and it doesn't look great. Next, I think I'm gonna just floor the whole circle. I'm gonna floor the whole. I'm gonna put a floor in here essentially, like I did down there, but a little bit bigger. So, Jesus, where's the floor at? That floor there. Just like a service room space kind of thing. If anything breaks behind the scenes, I can just go through a door somewhere into the maintenance room, which is just gonna have cobblestone and frog lights as lighting, and then I can access everything to potentially fix it. And then comes the fun stuff. Then we're gonna build up whatever we're gonna do for the ground level. I have no plan whatsoever. I have a vague idea of what I'm gonna do. I know what I want my contraption to do, but I think it would be fun if we kind of figure it out together on camera. Famous last words. Alright, made some tweaks. The previous concept... Where is it? Where that tall tree is. The previous concept, it was a good concept, but a couple things were wrong with it. So I adjusted it, and I think I'm at a stage where I'm happy. As you can see, I'm not going to do the water stream down the middle. I am going to a minecart system. It's just less water, and it kind of makes sure that all the items stay in the minecart for as long as I need them. Because sometimes they stay on the leaves for a fairly long time, and then they drop down, and then they gain the water stream, and they might disappear by the time they get to the input of the system. So everything gets picked up by the minecart. There we go. Goes to a minecart unloader, and that will put it freshly into the system. That's what I'm going to go with. So now we basically need to make this a fair amount larger. I don't think I'm going to need these trapdoors. They can just go. Normally I had like another block above this and then the water channel above that. But then some trees, like the acacia tree here, they won't grow. So I'm just going to keep it to this level. Same principle, just in a water tray, going down the middle, and Bob's your uncle. And we're going to kind of follow this layout. As you can see, these lanes of trees are not going to be uniform. Some are going to be longer than other ones. And that's because of the clearance I've got overhead. I think I'm happy, roughly, where these are going to go. Now I just need to figure out what to do in between them, how the water is going to go. I don't think it actually matters. Because I can just put fence gates over the top of them and then stop the water from going in and yada yada yada. I've got a fair bit of space, but because of the height, it's really not that much space at all. Maybe I should have made the tree bigger. Oh well, too late for that now. And yeah, so I've got two unloaders here. One mine track will go this way. One mine track will go this way and pick everything up. I think the next step is just making a whole bunch of dispensers. Hey, I kind of forgot you could do this now. But luckily I remembered. So I just made a simple auto crafter to craft me dispensers automatically. There you go. Another dispenser. Another dispenser. So how does this work? I've got a little clock here, just 3 repeaters on 4 ticks, and then one, oh sorry, these 3 on 4 ticks, and then 1 on just normal tick. That powers this autocrafter, which is preloaded with sticks and string, and the 2 hoppers on the side supply it with sticks and string. Then as soon as this crafts, a bow will hop in this hopper. There you go. Activating this comparator, activating this circuit. And this circuit has an autocrafter here, preloaded with cobblestone, redstone, and the dispensers we make. And then I just supply it with redstone and cobblestone. And yeah, there we go. Just like that, in that little explanation that I gave you, I gained 20 more dispensers. This is awesome. I was not a fan of the autocrafter at first, but the one purpose for it that I really wanted to exploit is this, making dispensers. Because anyone who's ever had to create a lot of dispensers knows it is a pain. A true pain. Alright, all the stuff is hooked up to the dispensers. Now I need to connect them all to the same line somehow, and connect them all to a button. To do that though, I need to figure out where the floor is going to be. So this, above this, is going to be the water line. So if I have a block up top, that's going to be the floor. I just realized I made a grave mistake. I wanted to win on space so I could plant more trees. But I didn't take into account I was planning on having water streams here and then fence gates above this, but obviously I can't do that because if I plant a sapling here, it will never grow because of the fence gates. There's no way for me to place them and remove them either. So, all of this work is basically for nothing. I have to redesign it now. So that I can kind of compare how many spaces, how many trees I can get in here, essentially. Do I need to go this way or do I need to go that way? That's the question. Well, the other thing as well is I need to have it 16. Because if I just place like a water block here, yes, it runs both ways, but in this center line, it will just be solid water. But the tree... So essentially, if a sapling, for example, drops in that water block, it won't go to either of the sides because it will just be a solid block. However, if I put 2 water sources next to each other, this one will run that way, this one will run that way. However, the tree might not grow that far. It would need to grow pretty far out with the leaves before it would reach that. So maybe that's not necessary. Okay, so for these... 3 lines. It's not a lot. Definitely not a lot. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 98 trees this way. So this is 98. Let's just flip the direction around, see what we get then. Okay, and so for this one, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 116. So that's the clear winner. So I guess we'll just have to break everything down, rebuild it, and just get this new setup done. Oh well, you know, same concept. Just a lot less spaces. Yeah, which is unfortunate, but this is the only way we can fit the trees in here as well. I mean, still 116 trees. That's a lot of trees, you know? Alright, it's putting my PC a little bit into overdrive, but I've got something that's working. Ooh, so essentially, what I want to happen is this clock will activate. Activating this line. Possibly this might not work. I might have to adjust it, but it's gonna activate this line, and then this whole setup is gonna keep pulsing like this, grow all the trees, and then after a couple of seconds, I want this to turn off and stay off, and then turn on again with the push of a button. That's what I'm gonna try and do next, essentially. Oh man, it's working. So I had it completely wrong. I had a Etho hopper clock. This was the hopper clock that I was supposed to use, really. So as you can see, when I press the button, boom, this line turns on, turning on all of the dispensers on a observer clock. Sorry about the ticking. And then, yeah, after a couple seconds, it just turns off. I think I've got the timing right, but the only way to really test that is to do a test. So that's what I'm excited about. I really want to test out this system. And then if I do it in here, I put the minecart on here, it's a proper test. I can just, you know, plant whatever tree, chop them all down, and then they should give me all of their loot. I'm just going to do some checks. Yeah, see here, this is something I need to adjust. I need to have this rail go all the way out here. Just easy enough to do, I would think. Yeah, I'm gonna go around and just troubleshoot a couple of these issues, and then I'll plant everything, and we'll do a proper test together. Oh, by the way, if anyone's wondering, I've got a huge stash of bones here. That's what I'm gonna use for the bone meal. I am planning on the moss farms, but I'm too impatient. I just want to see if the system works as intended. Sort of scraping the barrels now, but I'm just composting a lot of stuff just to get all the dispensers filled. So with all of those bones, I got this row, oops, sorry, this row fully done. And this one, yeah, up to there. So it's like half this row still to go. You know. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a good moss farm if we want to resupply this this beast. To be fair, 9 stacks of bone meal for every sapling that I grow. I mean, this system should last for a while. Well, that took a while, but last dispenser is full. So now... Right, which tree should we grow? Yeah, we'll do these 3. Since we don't have a lot of saplings for them. I mean, it's fairly foolproof. The only thing that can go wrong, really, is the timing, and I just need to adjust the timing, and then that's it. So we're more than likely going to have to do a couple tests before the timing is ready, but, okay, here goes. Exciting moment. With the press of this button, I'll be able to grow all of these trees. Whoa! Nice. It looks like the timer is way too long, even. Did any of them not grow? Well, I didn't put a sapling there, so that doesn't count. That's interesting. Okay, so I can retract some time. 15, okay. Let's just do 10. I want to get the timings right. I don't want the pulses to unnecessarily last too long, even though when it pulses and the tree is grown, the bone meal cannot get dispensed, which is really nice. This is the main thing I wanted to test as well. Is one minecart enough, or do I need more? So there's a lot of items here. You know, trees drop down sticks, they drop down, some of them drop down apples. You got the logs, obviously. So I just wanna figure out, is this system capable of grabbing everything? Because then the minecart spends time as well offloading. So maybe I need a second one, but that's easily done. One definitely wasn't enough. So how about 4? Cool, cool, cool. Okay. I've reduced the timer as well, so we'll see if all of the trees can grow. Oh boy. And I need to set... Well, I'm gonna put a floor above here, so that's how I'm gonna limit the bigger trees to be made. Let's just have a look if all of them grew. Yes, they did in this line. And they... Oh. Looks like they did in this one as well. Okay. Nice. So that's successful. Oh, let's fill up our inventory. Ugh, okay, so I moved all of this down a little bit. Got some chests hooked up with hoppers going into this, which I've lowered down as well. So everything is being pushed into that hopper over there. I might have to slow this down, though. Well, it looks like everything is getting picked up quick enough. Yeah, should be fine. We'll keep an eye on that as well. I think... Yeah, that's basically all of the problems solved. I've got enough minecarts to ensure that I'm picking up all of the drops. This is functional now. And the tall trees problem will be solved once I've got the next floor in. I want to do a test with trees that don't grow too big, but they are... I mean, they're fairly big, but not like the really big oak trees. Cool. Yeah, see, so now... That minecart's still going? Yes, it is. There you go. See, now all of these logs practically have already been picked up. So I think this is the way to go. We have to go from the bottom up. Just contradictory. Nice. So I've been looking down here, and yep, the logs are showing up. Look at the oak. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. And then look at this one. Ridiculous. But that's like proof of concept, like the whole system works. It's nice when something as daunting and big as this just comes together. Yeah, a couple of things I still need to iron out. But I think in terms of these trees going very large, I think all of that will be patched up with the next floor going in. So I'm not going to do anything with that. But nice. I am going to spend some time trying to get some saplings going because birch is running fairly low, so I need to grow a couple birch trees and chop them down, essentially. Just so that I've got saplings in the chests to grab, because right now they're just in the filter. They're not even full enough to fill up that whole filter, so that needs to be addressed. Yeah, as you can see, I'm definitely getting more returns Oh, that was Winston just scaring the hell out of me. Hi, Winnie. I'm getting more returns than I put in, because I have to put in almost 2 stacks, essentially. Winston wants something. What do you want? I think he wants to play. Little Winnie. And it's always nice to come down here and just see the whole system working. Yeah, I think I made a good decision making it out of glass. I don't know why I made this issue so complicated for myself. The solution was pretty simple. I just had to move this installation that was previously here over 1 block. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, in the last episode, I found an issue that I had this unloading system set up perpendicular with this one, which means that occasionally the observers get stuck in the up position and an annoying ticking noise can be heard above while nothing was happening. So I believe I've moved all of these further 1 block. I believe all of that should be fine now. So, pretty simple solution. Originally, I was thinking of moving this whole segment back 1 block. Way easier to do it this way. I've also spent some time, as you can see by the number of sticks I have available, I've spent some time chopping down some trees, mostly birch of all trees, because I was trying to get the sapling tally. Oh yeah, I was trying to get the sapling tally big enough so that the filter is filled back there, and all of the extra saplings will be put in the chest. So as you can see, I've got a lot of most of the other ones. The only ones that I'm really missing is well, not birch anymore, jungle. These 2, which I get from the moss farm, which I want to do in this episode still, but we'll see if we get there, depending on how long this episode is. And then propagules, I need those as well. But this one and this one I'm going to do with the big tree farm. So, reason why there were no... wrong way again. Reason why there were no saplings in that birch chest is because the 2 that I had left over in that chest have grown up. Oh, I need to keep remembering to just fill out my inventory, and then here we go. And boom. And yeah, look, minecart just went by and picked up everything. So now, all of these saplings that I get out of these 2 trees should appear in the chest down below, which is a nice feeling. Oh, there you go, sapling went. Now I have some contemplation to do. Am I going for a moss farm this episode, or am I gonna decorate this whole bit? Not sure. Do you know what? I might as well edit this episode and see if I've got any room left, because I do like to keep my videos relatively short. So, see you in a sec. A lot of zombies. Not a lot of skeletons. Still a fan of this whole design. Just a shame that you can't really see it that well. It's a Celtic knot. Aha! Give me your bones, skeleton. So yeah, I've been AFKing at the skeleton farm, trying to get some bones back. I need to sort out the filtering for this farm, because this is annoying. I'm getting a surprising large amount of redstone, though. That is nice. It's quicker to trade for it, though. Well, I've made the decision. This episode has taken long enough for my channel. Yeah, the episode, you know, normally when it gets to around half an hour, I try and ramp down. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, because it was a fairly redstone heavy episode, which I don't generally do, because while I know a little bit about redstone, I'm definitely not an expert, and watching me trying to figure it out and failing on multiple occasions, I hope it was entertaining at the very least. Nonetheless, you know, as usual, I had fun recording this episode. But that does mean that we're going to get another episode trying to build up the walls, essentially. I don't want to do it in between episodes. I think I want to tackle this along with you guys and attempt building, well, decorating more specifically on camera, which is daunting for me. But, you know, we've got a functional redstone system here, and this is... I mentioned it last episode, I wanted this tree farm to be semi-automatic. This is fun to me, and now I have an excuse to spend some time in here actively, and I'm not just AFKing in this building. And I got time to, like, enjoy the scenery and kind of walk around and see everything work as well. And I hope you guys aren't sick of me building inside of this giant tree, because I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I hope that I can complete this this massive project in an episode coming up soon, because I need to go outside and tackle this issue, and I need to finish the house. So much to do. And I keep getting ideas for multiple projects. I've got an idea for this mountain behind me as well. Big plans again, like similar to the scope of this tree farm here. But anyway, all of that is in the future. We are taking it slow in this series. But yeah, as I said, I really enjoyed making this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And if you stick around for, like, after my little outro here, got a little bit of a time lapse still that I wanted to show you guys, but as I said, the episode was fairly long as it is. So yeah, stick around for that, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. See ya.